Stick around until the end of the video to find out how I made fish tacos from Don't Starve in real life. Fish tacos. These tacos of the sea provide 37.5 hunger, 20 health, and 5 sanity. They have a slow eating animation, take 10 seconds to cook in a standard crockpot, have a priority of 10, and when fully fresh will take 6 days to rot. Fish tacos are unsurprisingly considered a meat item, meaning wort players are unable to eat this dish. They also are one of the many dishes that originated from vanilla Don't Starve. So how do we make these, delicious looking tacos? Well, that's actually pretty simple. You need at least half of a fish value and a piece of corn. The filler can then pretty much be anything as long as you are aware of and avoid recipe overlaps. Yes, that means this recipe can be made with 1 small fish morsel, 1 corn, and 2 twigs. That's actually pretty cheap, so this recipe must be good then, right? Here's the problem with fish tacos. Much like stuffed eggplant, they are actually completely overshadowed by other dishes, namely fish sticks, which are not only cheaper than fish tacos, but are also healthier for you, providing 40 health instead of 20. Not sure what Clay is trying to say here, maybe they know something we don't. I always thought that fried food was generally unhealthier, but now, I don't know. But enough of that, let's head over to the kitchen and try to make these silly little tacos in real life. So, of course, as with every other dish, we must first start with our recipe. For these real-life fish tacos, I would be using not 1, but 2 fish, namely sardines and shrimp. Then we had the required corn, and finally, seaweed. Yes, this will be a fishy taco indeed. First up, we must prep our seaweed. For this, I use wakame seaweed, basically salad seaweed. I dump the dried strands into a bowl of cold water, and then it's time to wait. While that's absorbing, let's go ahead and cook our shrimp. Now, all that I had available were tail-on shrimps, which wouldn't be good in a taco, so I painstakingly removed each tail and transfer them over to a skillet, where we then season them generously with some chili lime salt and cook them until they are just heated up. These shrimp were pre-cooked, so I didn't want to risk overdoing it, so it was just a light toasting and then we were good to go. Next up, the sardines. For this, I used a can of sardines, and as a fun fact, this would actually be my first time ever eating sardines. I decided to also toast them for a little extra flavor, and boom, both of our fish are done. Now I just need to decan the corn, bring over the seaweed dish that has been growing quite well, and we are ready to prepare the tacos. Despite the in-game sprite and Maxwell and Woodleg's quote seeming like hard-shell tacos, I decide to go with soft shells. Why? Well, I'll be honest, it's all I had at the time, plus it's easier to fill. Creating this taco is as simple as slapping all 4 ingredients together, and then it's time for the taste test. And no, I wasn't going to be using any sauces or anything, so I'm a little nervous about this one. Let's do it. Alright, so what I have in front of me now is fish tacos. Now, it smells fishy. It has an ingredient that I've never eaten before, which is sardines. But it overall doesn't look that bad. I mean, you've got this big chunk of sardine right here. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. Let's just go for it. It's gonna be weird. Oh, look at all that juice coming out of it. Ooh, yucky. Yeah, I'm gonna get a big old bite of sardine, shrimp, corn, and seaweed here. So this will be all 4 things. With no sauce, unfortunately. I want to do this without sauce first, and then if I don't like it, I might try it with sauce. Hopefully that fixes it. I can't see this being too bad though, right? Right? Yeah, let's go. So the sardines, they have a little bit of a crunch to them. I'm sure it's because of the bones. But you know what? That's not bad at all. I didn't want to talk with my mouth full. But the seaweed is actually surprisingly good on this stuff. It gives it kind of like it's almost like a savory taste to add on to the fishy taste of the sardines and the shrimp. And then the corn, you can't really taste the corn. Like, I can't taste the corn at all, even though like I got a big mouthful of corn. But I can't taste it at all. It just kind of adds texture. It doesn't add any taste to it. But the taste is of fish, basically. It tastes like fish, but that's to be expected. This is mostly fish. Either way, though,